when I was coming up, I had to get up, get out, and create opportunities, get in rooms, make people see why I should be where everyone else is.
So I stayed with my mother, and it turned out to be a good balance. But it's just like when you see something else that's just like totally opposite of that.
That ain't for us. That ain't for us. That ain't for us, you know? No.
GOAT reasons you going viral. I graduated. That's the only good thing they posted of me going viral.
The best word for me is King Latifah.
How is you and King's relationship?
It's my little big bro.
Okay.
For sure.
Standing on business.
Always.
Stand on business.
Look at my son. He's so handsome. Ooh, I love him. The baby. The baby boy.
Let me tell you something.
T.I., who's proudly called himself the King of the South, is now caught in one of the biggest controversies of his career. But this time, it's not about his music. People are buzzing about rumors regarding his son's orientation, and T.I.'s intense reaction has fans wondering. Is the family falling apart? How does a rap legend, known for his tough persona and swagger, respond when whispers start threatening his reputation in the macho world of hip-hop?
What them is? Some shoes?
Oh, I know who that is.
Ooh,
That's Major.
That's
ain't it?
Major. It has to be Major.
I don't know. It look like Major.
Because Major's the only one I know that has those shoes.
What's really going on behind the scenes? Are these rumors true, or is there more to the story than we know? From shocking truths in the industry to personal struggles that could tear T.I.'s family apart, this is a story you won't want to miss. Join us as we dive into this controversy and what might come next. But of course, before we go any further, make sure first that you subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell for more updates and videos like this.
All right, so tell me, do you think you're a better rapper than your dad?
No.
Wow. So at the age you are now, you think that he would still be able to out-rap you? You're 23, right? So at 23, he would be the better rapper out of y'all two.
Back in March, Tyrone A. Blackburn conducted a press conference in which he called for T.I. and Tiny to be investigated. During the press conference, Tyrone described accusations from 6 anonymous women regarding alleged incidents between 2005 and 2018. The accusations against T.I., Tiny, and their associates included allegations of drugging and including.
If he remains stuck in his adolescence, I ain't do my job.
Steve Sadar reached out to me looking to make a deal on behalf of T.I. and Tiny. And I told Steve Sadar that my clients want justice. So if the deal involves Tiny and T.I. turning themselves in and admitting to the crime that they've committed, then fine, we got a deal.
If I'm doing this well with something I don't really care about, imagine how well I do with something I actually do care about. Which is music, you know what I'm saying? So.
Oh, hell, y'all, let's go.
What's up with you, bro? What's up with you, bro?
Let's go.
Putting your hand around me, talking out your ass like you want to do something. What's up, bro?
Oh, Lord.
What's up, bro?
Nothing.
What? Relax, or what?
Nothing.
Or what? Or what?
Nothing.
Or what? Because you just tried me like a hoe.
This could be a good one.
Let's talk about T.I.'s 2 oldest sons, Messiah and Domani, and their decision to step away from the reality show T.I. and Tiny, The Family Hustle. When the show first started, fans got a peek into the Harris family's world. But as time went on, something strange happened. Messiah and Domani seemed to disappear from the show. Naturally, the internet exploded with rumors, and one wild claim suggested T.I. didn't want one of his sons on TV because he's allegedly gay. But is there any truth to that?
Like your dad's living arrangements and then you're...
Right, and it's not like a bad thing. It's just like I'm thinking about, dang, how does my mom feel? Like going on trips and stuff, and she's at the house, and going over here, we come back with clothes, toys, just whatever we ask for real.
That's that Pisces,
sure.
that water sign.
You a
feel.
Pisces?
No, I'm a Cancer though. You feel the emotions. You know what I'm saying? You feel for your family. You're the most emotional sign of the whole
For sure,
zodiac.
but we try to act like we not. Cause she didn't know I was thinking like that. She was like, yeah, I don't be thinking like that. The money and.
Let's break it down. Domani, who's chasing a music career, was offered a huge paycheck, $85,000, to stay on the show. But he turned it down. Yep, you heard that right. $85,000, and he said no.
Well, you know, in your first project, I believe you mentioned being a rapper and, you know, helping your mom live a better life.
For sure.
Can you expound on that a little bit?
A better life. I just wanted to match it, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So when we go on a trip here, we can go on a trip here.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just what, like I said, I was just thinking about how she may have felt, because we didn't really have that conversation, and I turned to my music. I really just had that conversation in my music. But I guess after she heard the music, she had to let me know, because she didn't know I was thinking like that. She was like, yeah, I don't be thinking like that.
T.I. even said VH1 offered Damani a smaller role, just enough for a few appearances with some pay. But Damani turned that down too. Why? Well, during an interview on the No Jumper podcast, Damani explained it himself. He said that while he liked being on the show at first, he eventually realized he didn't want to be known as just T.I.'s son or a reality TV star. He wanted to focus on his own career and build his own identity.
I was very excited. I wanted
You
to
watch
do it.
TV, so you're
Right.
like, I get to be on TV?
Exactly.
All right, yeah.
I get to be on TV. But then I started realizing that I cared more about how they know me, you know? So it was just time, to just branch out and do my own thing, focus more on me.
That actually makes a lot of sense. Damani's choice wasn't about family drama or hidden secrets. It was all about carving his own path. And he's doing exactly that. Damani's been making serious moves in the music world. And to top it off, he's even getting mentored by J. Cole. Clearly, he's got a plan and knows exactly where he's headed.
If you had to rank one of T.I.'s songs as one of his greatest, which song would it be and why?
Greatest. That man has a discography, man. He has
does.
a really good catalog. Okay, we got the conscious tip, we got the storytelling tip, we got the trap, we got the trap music tip. Okay, we got the mature tip, we got the just the wild, reckless tip. It's a lot of different TIs. Hold on. I feel like it's no right and good answer, because it's like torn between.
Yeah.
I'm thinking ASAP, I'm thinking Live in the Sky. I like Bankhead off the King album. For sure.
But what about T.I.'s oldest son, Messiah? Some people think there's more to his absence from the show. Let's dive into the rumors. One story on TikTok claimed that T.I. didn't want Messiah on TV because of rumors about his gender orientation. The story goes that Messiah was supposedly in a same-gender relationship, and there were even some photos that were allegedly leaked. Some say T.I. feared that putting Messiah on the show would hurt his public image. Sounds pretty scandalous, right?
GOAT reasons you going viral. I graduated. That's the only good thing they posted of me going viral.
The best one for me is King Latifah. Teeth Keith.
I ain't never get my t-shirts made. T-shirts.
Hey, well, to tell you the truth.
How's you and King's relationship?
It's my little big bro.
Okay.
For sure.
Standing on business.
Always.
Stand on business.
For sure.
When things happen, do you call him? Because you're a big bro. Do you call him and calm him down?
I think every time something happens, I think he sits down and expects me to call. He already know I'm finna call. So
What'd you say to him this last time after the game?
just relax. I said this too shall pass,
Okay.
So just calm down.
That's a real T.I. answer.
That is a
This
definite.
too shall pass.
Was that strategic to drop the song after the incident?
Or was that already?
I had nothing to do with that right there.
Got it.
Oh, okay.
I had nothing to do with that. But I'm just glad it's out. For sure.
Okay.
Cause a lot of music stay in the hard drive and just on the flash drive or on a computer. So to see a moment like this actually get released.
But here's the thing though, there's no proof to back any of this up. Messiah has always been private about his personal life. He doesn't talk about his relationships, and he's focused on his career as a blues musician. To be honest, we don't even know if he's gay, straight, or anything else, because he's never discussed it. And that's completely his choice. Everyone deserves their privacy, especially when it comes to something as personal as gender preference. Another possibility is that Messiah wasn't on the show simply because of scheduling. At one time, he was in college. It's easy to imagine that he didn't have the time or interest to be a part of a reality show. College can be a busy time, and for someone trying to stay out of the spotlight, it makes sense he'd pass on the show. He said, I feel restricted being under my parents' roof for so long, you know? So I'm looking forward to having my own place because I'm ready to see what it has to offer. I just yearn for the experience.
I feel restricted being under my parents' roof for so long, you know? So I'm looking forward to having my own place because I'm ready to see what it has to offer. I just yearn for the experience.
Let's zoom out for a second and look at the bigger picture. Of all of the controversies T.I. and Tiny have faced, and trust me, there have been many, rumors about their son's gender orientation would probably be the least of their worries. This family has dealt with some pretty serious allegations, lawsuits, and public drama. So if T.I. was really trying to hide something about his son, it's hard to imagine that this would be the thing he'd focus on. It's also important to remember that Messiah and Damani had a different upbringing compared to some of their siblings. Their mom, LaShawn Dixon, who's T.I.'s ex-girlfriend, and their talent manager raised them. It seems they spent a lot of time living with her, which could explain why they didn't appear as much on the show. On the other hand, Zanique and King live with Tiny and were more involved in the family's on-screen life.
I got my son. He's so handsome. Ooh, I love him. My baby. The baby boy. Let me tell you something.
When The Family Hustle first hit VH1, it quickly became a fan favorite. T.I. and Tiny, the power couple at the center of it all, gave fans a peek into their everyday life. The show wasn't just about flaunting wealth or luxury. It showed family values, struggles, and the relatable ups and downs of marriage and parenting. Viewers loved seeing the playful and loving chemistry between T.I. and Tiny, and their kids brought humor, charm, and real personality to the screen.
What them is? Some shoes?
Oh, I don't know.
That's major.
That's
ain't
major. It has to be
I don't
major.
know. It look like major.
Because major is the only one I know that has those shoes.
I knew it. It's a body part.
Not like
That's
King.
Because the
Tattoos and the jewelry. You got some Playboy on his neck. You got my name. I know a few of them. Yeah.
You got that girl on him somewhere. I don't know.
No, you don't.
That's the money.
Messiah. The money. Dang, I just seen that little beard, man. That's definitely the money. Yeah, the lips.
The face.
The lips.
That's neat.
Not neat.
Neat
Yeah.
has to be.
Got them glasses on.
Yeah, because I always tell my daughter Deja to get some hair like that. She won't get it.
Deja.
Well, you're running out of kids. Yeah, that's Messiah. With
I
the turquoise jewelry. Yeah.
Turquoise jewelry.
Yeah. Do any of you know why we're here?
Kinda. A little bit.
Let's go with the kinda. I'm gonna go with the kinda.
From the very beginning, The Family Hustle felt real. It didn't have that fake, overly scripted vibe that some reality shows have. Viewers could see the real T.I. and Tiny, flaws and all. Fans appreciated how the couple faced their problems head-on, even when rumors about infidelity or disagreements surfaced. The show showcased a modern, imperfect family just trying to stick together, and that honestly resonated with people from all walks of life. But as the show continued, things started to change. Some important parts of the show and people began to disappear, leaving fans confused. One of the key dynamics that fans loved was the fun energy Tiny and her friend Shanika Jo brought to the show. Shanika was outspoken, funny, and full of life. So when she suddenly stopped showing up, fans immediately noticed. Rumors about a fallout between Shanika and Tiny began to spread, but the show never really addressed it. Then there was the quiet departure of Damani, T.I.'s son, who had become a fan favorite. His laid-back, artistic personality really shone through, and when he left, viewers definitely felt the loss. In contrast, Messiah's exit was much more subtle. Unlike Damani, no one seemed to notice or talk about Messiah leaving. That sparked some speculation, especially when rumors about his gender orientation and personal life began circulating online.
All right, so tell me, do you think you're a better rapper than your dad?
No.
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 Wow. So at the age you are now, you think that he would still be able to out-rap you? You're 23, right? So at 23, he would be the better rapper out of y'all two.
Yeah, and the reason I say that is because he don't need no vibe. You know what I'm saying? He's a machine, and he just go. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could be tired. He really, you know how when people say somebody make it look easy?
Yeah.
That's him.
Wow.
He don't need no vibe. It don't matter.
Okay, so then that means you need a vibe. So how do you set your vibe before you're about to lay down a track?
It's really just I gotta figure out what I want to talk about. I'm a story. I love a good story, and I like to say something that's really saying something.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of that, wrapping my mind around that. What's going on today? How do I feel today? He don't think about none of that. You know what I'm saying? He can, and
But everything really shifted when Sabrina Peterson, a former friend of T.I. and Tiny, came forward with some explosive allegations. On January 25th, 2021, she took to social media and accused T.I. of once holding her at gunpoint in front of her children during an argument with one of his assistants. This bombshell set off a media firestorm, changing the public's view of the couple.
Your husband put a gun to my head after me looking out for you on several occasions. You are the battered woman. I'm saying you're the woman that's always somewhere crying.
Peterson didn't stop at the gunpoint accusation. She also claimed that T.I.'s assistant treated Tiny like a slave, making the situation even more intense. Although the post was eventually deleted, it immediately grabbed attention because of the serious nature of Peterson's accusations. Tiny responded quickly. On January 26th, she posted a photo of T.I. with Peterson's son, along with a dismissive message. "He was just uncle 2 years ago," she wrote, questioning the timing of Peterson's allegations and urging her to stop harassing their family.
8 women alleging assault allegations against either rapper T.I., Tiny, and their associates. The other 3 including a young man who was 8 years old, his mother, as well as Sabrina Peterson, who filed a defamation lawsuit against them.
This post temporarily shifted the conversation, making Peterson seem like a bitter ex-friend with an agenda. But Peterson wasn't backing down. Just 2 days later, Peterson took things further by sharing a series of alleged direct messages from more than 24 people. These messages painted a shocking picture of T.I. and Tiny, accusing them of pressuring victims to take narcotics, strip, and perform intimate acts against their will. Some of the alleged victims claimed they blacked out and woke up with memory loss, suggesting possible substance-facilitated acts.
Pop royalty accused of and assaulting women. Rapper, actor, and businessman Clifford T.I. Harris, along with his wife, Tamika Tiny Cottle, they're being named in a massive lawsuit. CBS 46's Barmel Lyons is live tonight in Atlanta, breaking those accusations down for us. Barmel?
Yes, that's right. Lawyer Tyrone Blackburn is going to authorities, asking and encouraging state and federal prosecutors to start a criminal investigation into T.I. and Tamika Harris, aka Tiny, on behalf of 11 accusers.
What started as a personal accusation quickly turned into a massive scandal involving multiple alleged victims. By January 29th, T.I. and Tiny felt that they had no choice but to publicly deny what they called the egregiously appalling allegations. They also touched on their long history with Peterson, hinting at a conflict that had been going on for over a decade. T.I. took to Instagram to post an 8-minute video in which he strongly defended himself. "Anything me and my wife have ever done was consensual and involved adults who like what we like," he said. But despite his statement, it did little to calm the growing outrage. The fallout was fast. On February 5th, MTV announced it was stopping production on T.I. and Tiny, Friends and Family Hustle, citing the serious nature of the allegations.
Steve Sadar reached out to me looking to make a deal on behalf of T.I. and Tiny. And I told Steve Sadar that my clients want justice. So if the deal involves Tiny and T.I. turning themselves in and admitting to the crime that they've committed, then fine, we got a deal. But if it does not, then I would prefer to have the investigators do their work and to bring criminal charges against Tiny and T.I. For what they've done throughout the years.
This move made it clear that the scandal was no longer just social media gossip. It was now affecting their personal lives. A few days later, Peterson's lawyer, Tyrone A. Blackburn, sent letters to law enforcement in Georgia and California, representing 11 new accusers and requesting criminal investigations. The new accusations describe disturbingly similar stories of intoxication and threats, some of which allegedly went back over a decade. One particularly shocking story came from a 17-year-old intern at T.I. and Tiny's studio in 2006. According to the letters, Tiny allegedly gave the teenager alcohol and pills, causing her to pass out. The victim claims she woke up bleeding and in pain, and an associate of Tiny's allegedly gave her a morning after pill. These new details added even more weight to the already unfolding scandal, drawing comparisons to other high-profile cases of alleged misconduct in the entertainment world.
Rapper T.I. and his wife Tamika Tiny Harris are the subject of a criminal investigation by the Los Angeles Police Department, authorities have confirmed to E! News. The investigation stems from a police report filed by a woman identified as Jane Doe, as first reported by the Daily Beast. According to the police report filed last month and obtained by E! News, the woman claims she was assaulted and drugged by the couple in 2005. In addition, a 41-year-old Las Vegas-based woman named Rochelle Jenks filed a police report with the Las Vegas Police Department earlier this month. The couple's attorney, Steve Sadow, tells E! News in a statement, "The Harrises have not spoken to or been contacted by the Los Angeles Police Department, the Las Vegas Police Department, or indeed any member of law enforcement from any other jurisdiction in the country." Even assuming the story in the Daily Beast is close to accurate, it appears the LAPD accuser has chosen once again to remain anonymous, thereby preventing us from being in a position to disprove or refute her allegations or even examine them. The statement continues, "Although we now appear for the first time to have the name of an accuser who supposedly filed a police report with LVPD, we have absolutely zero details about her or her claim." A spokesperson for attorney Tyrone Blackburn, who is representing the alleged victims, tells E! News in a statement, "We have several women who are willing to speak on the record. Investigations are pending." Per the police report, LAPD detectives met virtually with the woman in April 2021 about an alleged 2005 encounter with T.I. and Tiny, which she said occurred when she met T.I. and Tiny at a club. According to the report, she claimed Tiny offered her a glass containing a clear liquid, which the woman took a drink from. The woman alleges T.I. and Tiny later assaulted her at a hotel suite.
By February 28, the New York Times published an investigation that backed up the claims of 5 accusers, using text messages and photos to support their stories. This report added credibility to the allegations and put T.I. and Tiny under even more public scrutiny. Just one day later, Peterson filed a defamation lawsuit against the couple, arguing that their public denials and accusations of lying had harmed her reputation and business. As the months went on, the legal battle only got more complicated. By May, the Los Angeles Police Department confirmed it was looking into T.I. and Tiny for misconduct and intoxication, following a detailed police report filed in April. But then on May 18th, the Las Vegas Police Department announced it had closed a case against the couple because the alleged incident happened in 2010, which was past the state's statute of limitations. Despite all this, T.I. and Tiny continued to maintain their innocence. In June 2021, T.I. released a song called What It's Come To, with a music video that included audio of Peterson allegedly offering to drop her defamation lawsuit if they apologized.
Back in March, Tyrone Blackburn conducted a press conference in which he called for T.I. and Tiny to be investigated. During the press conference, Tyrone described accusations from 6 anonymous women regarding alleged incidents between 2005 and 2018. The accusations against T.I., Tiny, and their associates included allegations of and assault.
Some saw this move as a way to shift public opinion, but it also reignited the conversation about the couple's alleged misconduct. In September 2021, Los Angeles prosecutors announced they wouldn't be moving forward with charges against T.I. and Tiny for an alleged incident in 2005, citing California's statute of limitations. However, the controversy didn't fade away. Fast forward to October 2023, when Peterson faced a major setback. A judge ruled that she had to pay over $96,000 to cover T.I. and Tiny's legal fees after dismissing several of her claims in the defamation case. But things took another turn in January 2024, when an anonymous accuser filed a civil lawsuit under California's look-back law, which allows certain claims to bypass the statute of limitations. This new accuser alleged that she was intoxicated and essayed by T.I. and Tiny in 2005 after meeting them in a nightclub while serving in the U.S. Air Force. The lawsuit included disturbing claims, such as Tiny allegedly restraining the woman while T.A. essayed her with his toes. The Harrises quickly fired back, accusing the plaintiff of trying to extort them for 3 years and continuing to claim their innocence. At the same time, Peterson's lawyer Blackburn hinted that more legal action could be coming thanks to the look-back law, which is in effect until 2026. Peterson's accusations quickly led to more people coming forward with similar stories, and the media jumped on the story. Suddenly, T.I. and Tiny were no longer just reality stars, they were at the heart of a growing scandal that threatened to overshadow everything they had built.
To get his own place, I respect his maturity, because if he remains stuck in his adolescence, I ain't do my job.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi, good. How are you?
Hi. Does that door stay open all the
It
time?
does not. I let you in. I'm Jocana.
Hey, how you doing?
For VH1 and MTV, it was a public relations nightmare. The network had built the family hustle around the idea of T.I. and Tiny as a loving, relatable couple. But these serious allegations hanging over them, that image was in danger of being ruined forever.
Talking about people who are expecting you to come home at a certain time because they've been watching you for the past week and they know what time you come, so they come an hour before you and sit there and wait on you. You get out your car, there they are, tapping you on the shoulder. That's what I'm thinking about. I could break in here. They got to get out there, man, and experience life for themselves. I just want them to be safe as they do it.
The network decided to pause production on the show, saying they needed more time to gather information. Initially, it seemed like a temporary move, a way to let the situation calm down while the truth came out. But as more accusations surfaced, it became clear that things weren't going to resolve anytime soon. The media storm only grew, and eventually, VH1 made the drastic decision to cancel The Family Hustle altogether. Fans were shocked, especially since the show had just been renewed for another season. But from the network's standpoint, it was the safest move. Canceling the show wasn't just about the allegations, it was about protecting the network's reputation.
Yeah, man. So, what you think?
Well, I think you gotta get out there sometime or another. Now's just as good a time as any.
Uh-huh. Oh, I almost forgot, man.
What's up?
And I've been doing good with this school thing, and if I'm doing this well with something I don't really care about, imagine how well I do with something I actually do care about. Which is music, you know what I'm saying? So.
Well, look, if you really care about it, how many times have you showed up to the studio on your own?
I need somebody I want to play some beats for.
You don't necessarily have your pick of the litter. It ain't like you just say, hey, Kendrick, let me play this for you. That ain't the way it works. You kind of have to get around people you have access to. When they put it out, other people hear what you can do, and you gain access to them.
Reality TV is a huge industry, and networks like VH1 and MTV have to be careful about the stars they choose to work with. Even though the allegations weren't directly related to the family hustle, the negative press surrounding T.I. and Tiny made it impossible for the network to keep moving forward with the show. Think of it like a business facing a situation where one of its major projects suddenly turns controversial and starts attracting bad publicity. The question becomes whether it's worth the risk to keep going. For VH1, the answer was no. Although the family hustle had its fan base, it wasn't the network's top show. They probably looked at the costs versus the benefits and decided it wasn't worth putting their brand in jeopardy for a show that, while loved by fans, wasn't breaking any records in viewership.
It's a similar discussion between me and Messiah and me and King.
Homeschool would be better because you pay. No, what are you saying? I can work whenever I want to and then get right in the studio.
There's one difference. You see, Messiah's already completed his mandatory curriculum. Once you do that, everything else, it's on you.
Timing played a big part too. The show had been on for 6 seasons, and interest was starting to fade. The earlier seasons were fresh and engaging, but by the later ones, some fans felt the storylines had gotten repetitive. T.I. and Tiny's marital issues, which were once a compelling part of the show, started to feel more like a distraction. Rumors of infidelity and drama took over, overshadowing the family-focused vibe that made the show so popular at the start. For T.I. and Tiny, having their show canceled was a huge setback. The family hustle wasn't just a TV gig, it was a way for them to showcase their family and promote their other projects. Losing the show meant more than just losing a paycheck. It meant losing control over their public image and a direct connection to their fans. T.I. didn't hold back in criticizing VH1 for pulling the plug, saying the allegations weren't proven and that the decision to cancel the show was unfair. These allegations are unfounded, and we weren't even given a chance to clear our names before the network pulled the plug, he said. But from VH1's point of view, the decision wasn't about whether they were guilty or not, it was about minimizing risk. The controversy also had a wider impact on T.I. and Tiny's careers. While they kept working on music and other projects, the scandal loomed over them, casting a shadow on their public image. Fans who once admired their transparency now viewed them with doubt and suspicion. Meanwhile, the public is still obsessed with T.I. and his family, picking apart every detail and waiting for more answers. Whether the accusations are true or not, one thing is clear: this story is far from finished. Well, that's it for today, folks. If you want to keep yourself updated on the latest binge-worthy topics, click that subscribe button and notification bell for more videos like this.